Oh
Oh,
no,
wow. Jai, you can open up.
me?
Yeah.
It's your
Go on.
alright. What's up, everybody? We're on Walter's channel. We're doing another hangout. As you can see, it's still ghetto and we don't know what we're doing. We got Pisces Moon Goddess and Mr. Unknown himself, the floating head. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. He finally got his channel, everyone.
Yay!
So Walter, take it away.
So, how's everybody? um, we're gonna start talking about some good astro themes. I'm thinking about. Anyone got any questions?
Well, I know one of April's questions was wasn't it like how do you deal with people in your life that don't believe in astrology?
Right, yeah. People that are, skeptics and just tell you like, oh, that is such BS. Why do you believe in that?
So who wants to go first? Let's all jump in at once.
Jai, you want to go first?
Sure, why not? Just make sure like you cut this. You know how to edit videos, right?
No.
All right. So how do I deal with people who? Well, I just tell them, it's all about what you connect to. Like if I didn't connect to it or I didn't see certain things play out in my life from my chart, certain aspects I wouldn't believe in it. And I put it towards like, well, if you're a Christian, some people would say that's BS, but you follow it based on your own experiences you've had with it. So that's how I see it and that's what I say. So what about you, April?
Well, yeah, I have had a lot of those and people that try to butt heads and challenge me and say, oh my God, are you really telling me that like people born on certain days have a specific blah blah blah? And I just, even if my blood is boiling, I try to come back with something witty and calm, just to let them know, like, usually I try to give them some facts, like, hey, well, if you really dove deep into astrology, you would understand, but if you don't really care to do that, I don't really have the time to try to explain everything because there's so much. Even us that know a lot about astrology, we're always learning something new every day. So, but I got time for that. I just move on.
And you,
I,
Walter?
I just think that everyone is entitled to find their own sense of meaning and purpose in life. And, for me, I just be like, I found this is the way to be true. I'm a Taurus and I love some good food and wine. But, if that doesn't resonate, then, I'm just going to go burn in hell or something. So it's all right, to each their own.
Right.
Yeah, and I know it gets pretty controversial too, and like very touchy to tell people that compare it to their religion, but it
But
is
it's the
kind of the
same
same
thing.
thing. It's the same
It's the
thing.
exact
It's
same
like
thing.
nobody has actually ever really seen whoever they believe in to be their source of higher power. They haven't
Right.
physically seen them, but they believe them to be there. But we can see the stars. They're obviously there. They've been there for billions of years. There's been proof. It's been proven like since the beginning of time. And there's we could just go on and on with it. There's so many ways to prove that it is real. And the stars exist. Hello, you look up in the sky every day. What the hell do you see? So.
Right. Like I said, it's all based on the experiences you've had. That's what sort of solidifies your belief in it. So that's what I say.
Right.
All right. So do you guys want to do the signs waiting now? All right. So we
Yeah.
all came up with this idea that how certain signs sort of react when they have to wait. We're gonna do them all, starting off with Aries. So, am I gonna go first?
Yes, Mr. Aries Moon, go ahead. Represent your
All right.
people.
So this is me waiting from my Aries energy. Oh my God! I could have had a fucking baby by now. What are you doing? You said we were leaving at 8 o'clock. It is 7:15. Come on. Come on
That
now.
is
Like,
that is
seriously.
perfect.
Seriously. All right, someone else.
Taurus is like, I don't know, I'm getting hungry. Like, I'm really getting hungry. It's like, if I don't get some motherfucking food in me, I'm gonna freak out.
Oh, that is so on point. I'm a Taurus too, yep. But I was waiting for you guys and your technical difficulties. I went to go find some food, some ice cream. You know, that's how we handle it.
I'm gonna go get a snack. You know, call me when you guys are done.
Exactly. All right, I'll do Gemini. Oh my God, I'm so bored. I've been waiting for like 5 seconds now, and we're still not leaving. Okay, I'm gonna go play a game on my phone. Okay, I'm bored with this game on my phone now. Okay, I'm gonna go watch TV. Oh, there's nothing on TV. Okay, it's already been 30 seconds. Like, oh my God, when are we leaving? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get a drink by myself, and I'll meet you over there. Okay? All right, peace out.
I don't even want to go anymore. I don't even want to go anymore. I don't want to go anymore. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. You know, what about
No,
that
wait.
club
No,
over
wait. I
there?
still want to go. I
Yeah,
still
what
want to
about the
go.
club over there? No, I'm gonna text some other people to see what they're doing tonight. You know, I don't even want to go anymore. Forget it. Forget
You
it.
sure you don't want to drink?
Actually, I do. I'm thirsty.
Okay, then let's go.
Walter.
Cancer. Cancer's next.
Oh, they get all clammy on you, like you said.
I don't know why you're not ready. I tried to help you to make sure you're ready, and I'm just really getting angry right now, and all the good things I've done for you. Why are you I can't. I just did your laundry to make sure you'd be ready on time.
Oh, I have a Cancer in my home. That's perfect. You did the sigh and everything. That is on point.
I'm gonna go sit on the couch. I'm just gonna go sit on the couch and be upset right now.
Oh.
Alright, now to the best one of all. Leo.
Whatever.
Leo. Alright, so guys, one of y'all do Leo and I'll do it last. I'll do Leo after someone else does Leo.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
Wow, you're still not ready yet? I don't deserve to be waiting this long. Okay, do you not remember who I am? I'm already ready. Look at me. I look good. I did not waste all this makeup and hair product and put on this fly outfit for no reason. So come on, let's go. Honey, do you need me to help you to do your hair? Okay, like come on. Let's move it along. I got people.
I'm wasting in this outfit. People need to see me. Like seriously, I'm questioning our friendship because you're making me wait. Like I don't even think you're a good person anymore. How could you do this to me? Do you know who I am? People are waiting to see me. That's pretty much my thought process. Like, how dare you make me wait? Think you are. We're not even friends anymore. I'm questioning our friendship. Alright, Virgo. I can do Virgo. You know what? If you had scheduled this out, if you had picked out your outfit a little bit earlier, we would already be gone right now. Is that why your house is so messy? Because you take so much time getting ready in the mirror? Because, you know, they always talk about your house and how fucking junky it is.
That's so true.
You're so lazy. You know, you're so lazy. You know, if you spent that much time and effort, you know, maybe working on your life, cleaning up your house, fixing your schedule, you know, maybe everything else in your life would be right. But no. Yeah.
That is so on point.
Libra. Who wants to do Libra? It's in my 12th house, so I really can't connect with it.
Walter, it's your turn. Hello.
Okay. I'm just thinking. Libra. Well, I would be really upset if, but we have to be there together. Why are I gotta figure out a way to just communicate to my partner that we gotta be at this meeting at this time together because, I mean, all this
I want to leave you, but I don't want to leave you.
But we have to be there together at this time. Why am I in such a bad relationship?
This is not fair that I'm waiting for you. You know, it just doesn't feel right. Scorpio, dun 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 dun.
Well, see, Scorpio's different because Scorpio's gonna just put on a face like this.
Yes.
And meanwhile, inside their mind, they're like, I fucking hate you. I'm going to make sure you fucking die. You making me late. It's making me look bad, and I want this position of power. You know those
I'm gonna
secret
tie a rope
societies?
around your neck and drag you to the car.
I will destroy you.
No, I'll tell you another thing the Scorpio will do. You're in the mirror getting ready, and they are peeking around the corner just watching you. Just watching you get ready. And then finally they'll bust out and say something. Hey, are you ready yet? Oh, shit, oh my God. Where'd you come from? Were you watching me the whole time, you weirdo? Yeah, man. Hurry up. By the way, you missed a spot on your eyeliner, on your eyeshadow.
Alright, Sagittarius.
No, this sign, this is the one that's always late. So in my opinion, Sagittarius is like, well, in life you can't control the outcome, so I'm just gonna be on my way. When I get there, I get there.
Or they might like go in your closet and steal some of your clothes and like, all right, maybe I should change my outfit. I really don't like this. What do you think? Nah, I'm gonna go change. Blast some music. I mean, might as well get the turn up started early, right? Go get some shots. All right, Capricorn. All right, Walter. This is all you.
Capricorns, oh, trust me. You're like, I really gotta get there. I really gotta get there on time. I really gotta get there on time. I really gotta get there on time. Oh my fucking God, move out of my way! I need to be there now!
You're fucking up my plan. I'm supposed to meet this person, that person. I have to network with this guy.
Because you're thinking in your mind, you're like, I'm gonna get fired. I need the money. I have bills to pay. I need all this stuff, and it's like it builds. The mountain comes.
And you gotta climb the mountain, man. You gotta climb the mountain.
Hey, don't forget to call everybody idiots, too.
Because no one else understands.
They're all incompetent idiots making me late.
Aquarius. Whatever.
No, they say, I already knew this was going to happen.
Like, I'm not even surprised. Like, I'm not surprised at your incompetence. I'm not surprised at your lateness. I already knew this was gonna happen. I'm just gonna go sit down and smoke some weed.
If I could bring out the emotion of how angry I am, I would. But right now, I can't do that.
Because I just, that would require me to give a fuck, and I just really don't. All right, Pisces, this is all you, Walter.
Am I in a hurry? What? What? Was I supposed to be something? Oh, wait, I was. Wait, why am I not there right now? Oh my God, I need to get there. Hurry!
Where are we going again? All right, that concludes it. I thought that would go so much better, but there's always room for next time. All right, so what else do you guys got? How you guys been feeling the last past week or so? Because they say this Uranus and Pluto square is getting really intense. Anybody?
Well, I think that hasn't really affected me. I mean, that's gonna affect us all, and to me, that doesn't really affect me. I think with Mercury in retrograde in my first house, was really tough, and now that it's still kind of stationary, not really moving until March, it's been really rough. I just can't wait to that. He's out of my first house and into my second house of money, because I can use some ching-ching. But my wealth and self-worth and all that fun other stuff, too. So that's where I'm at.
Damn Taurus with the Capricorn rising. He can't go a minute without mentioning money or his second house or, anything that has to do with games. I've just been feeling, really weird. Because, of course, Aquarius is on, it's my descendant, and it's an opposition to most of my Sun and Mercury, so it's just I'm not feeling it. But when everything moves into Pisces, into my 5th house, hey, that's wasn't the moon in Pisces a few days ago?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Before that.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Return. I get mine today. I got it yesterday and today, so feeling a little bit better. I really don't like it when it's too much water in the air. I can't take it.
You
I
just want to cry. You would have
no, I
cried.
don't cry. I just like I feel like towards like the beginning of the year, you know, that whole Aquarius and Pisces always just like shitty for me. It's not really that good.
Well, I'm actually enjoying it. I mean, Pisces is in my fourth and fifth house, and I mean, I've had like some family things to address and things like that, but other than that, I've been really enjoying more time with my family, and the fifth house brings out more romance and stuff. So, I've been
D-Day.
enjoying that, but it brings out creativity too. And the only thing that I didn't really enjoy is waking up in the middle of the night during all these fifth house transits, like waking up with ideas and not being able to go back to sleep. And I have to get up for work at like 5, and I'm waking up at 3, and I'm like, oh my God, and this, and I can do this, and this, and this. Oh my God, what am I going to do at this time? Shit, I should be sleeping. So, I mean, that's kind of crazy, but other than that, I'm really enjoying the fourth and fifth house transits for me. Venus and Mars together. And also Venus and Mars, when they were in Pisces together, they were conjunct my moon. And I felt like a crazy person. Like, it's like 1 minute I was like all sweet and happy, happy joy. And then the next minute, any little thing that would tick me off, I'd be like, bleh, like a dragon, like breathing fire. After I was just showering you with love a minute ago. Yeah, so I felt like a crazy moody person, and I'm like, is this what like Gemini moons and other crazy moons feel like? Yeah.
The reason I've been feeling shitty because Pisces is, in opposition to my Venus and Jupiter, but also in my progress chart, I have Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter in Virgo. Like, all that Piscean energy was just in opposition. Not really cool. So, that's maybe why I've been feeling shitty.
I feel like something's up with like Neptune because I just keep wanting to just like sleep. I just
I've been taking naps.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I don't want to be awake, and the more that I'm consciously awake, it's like my body's telling me I need to go and get some sleep. So I love Neptune energy.
That's pretty crazy. I've noticed that too the last several weeks where we've had a lot of the Piscean energy, even before the sun was in Pisces, Venus and Mars there. I've noticed a lot of people like extra tired. And I noticed for me, it was really hard to wake up in the morning. I mean, I'm a Taurus. I hate getting up in the morning anyway, but it was extra hard. Like, I slept through all alarms so many times, and I was late to work, and all my fire sign bosses were like flipping out and like sending me emails about my attendance, and I'm like wanting to tell them, oh my God, it's not my fault. Like, it's all this Pisces energy. Like, I swear it's Pisces energy. No, because there's a couple of coworkers of mine. Like, I know everybody's charts there, even though they don't really know these things about themselves. But you know how that goes as a Scorpio.
Right.
person.
I creep on everybody's Facebooks and look at their chart. I do.
Yeah. So I know all my coworkers' charts, and I know there's several of them that have either Venus or another planet or a couple planets in Pisces, and they've all been coming in later. And I've been like, oh man, I dare them to say something to me, like try to single me out.
Like, really?
Yeah, and I just want to tell them, like, what about her who has Venus in Pisces, and her who has Venus in Pisces?
Oh, you're one of those
she has
people.
Sun in Pisces.
Oh, you like, take everybody down.
I'm taking everybody down as a collective. Yes. Yes. Because I'm like, no, you guys are not going to be on my ass about being late when like every other Piscean chick up in here is late too. Okay, so yeah, that's been the last couple weeks for me. More sleep, harder to get up. But you know what? Now we're charging into Aries season. And yeah, so hopefully it give us a little kick in the butt. Get out of bed.
I'm just really thrilled with Saturn and Sagittarius, so to be honest. I'm so excited for Saturn to really start moving through Sagittarius.
How are you feeling, Mr. Saturn return?
Yeah,
how's that experience going?
I'm loving it because since now Saturn is in Sagittarius, you got to look at those two other signs. Capricorn, you have to look at wherever Jupiter lies, and so it's so awesome time right now. With Capricorn having Pluto destroying everything, and Sagittarius, really bringing new beliefs into where it's being destroyed. So it's really cool.
Like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming.
I think it's a good thing because I think now we're on the verge of something new that we're gonna be able to really define for us in our generation compared to having something really brought for us and told this is what you're supposed to do.
Right. No, go ahead.
Walter, is Saturn in Sag? Is that in your 11th house?
I love it in my 11th. It is.
Really? So is that like keeping you from hanging out with friends as much or anything like that?
Well, it's interesting because the way Saturn in the 11th house plays in my chart, the story is not really about the 11th house. It's about how I maxed the shit out of my 7th house and 8th house to the point where that's where my South Node is. And so basically, when you look at, why is, Saturn is in Sagittarius. Okay, so where's the ruler of that? That's in Jupiter, and it's in my conjunct my North Node, and so it tells me the story of how and Venus is the ruler of Libra. So where's Venus in my chart? And that's also in my second house, but it's the last degree of Pisces, and so it tells me that the story is that I was too flowing my energies out and not really protecting my own self-worth, and so in that including with friendships. So that's something that I have to really work with, as well as put myself out there to the community on my own 2 feet rather than trying to put somebody else out there for me and try to give them all the knowledge and tools. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, I guess that's why we're doing this on my channel right now. Saturn Sagittarius kicking in.
So what's you guys' most hated aspect in your chart? I mean, what planet is just getting beaten down on? Is just getting hammered. Mine is my Mercury because it's in opposition to my Saturn, it's conjunct Chiron, and it's also square my ascendant. That is the only planet that's just getting. What about you, Walter?
Excuse me. For me, it's I don't know if it's my Venus or if it's my Mars, but they're both hit really hard in my chart. So Venus is squared Uranus, Neptune, and it has all these awful aspects. But Mars is opposite Saturn. It's conjunct Chiron, and it's just he's not having a good time in the fourth.
anything conjunct Chiron is just not pretty. What about you, Miss Pisces Moon Goddess?
I can't really think of any of my planets that are actually being hit by any transits right now. I'm just glad that Pluto is out of my second house. It's it'll be officially in my third house this coming week. Depending
Welcome
upon
to the club.
yeah, depending on the house system, but the one I use, it'll be in my third house, and I'm like, thank goodness, it destroyed my second house so bad. I don't even want to get into details and personal stuff, but it really just tore it up, just ran a freaking tornado through there. So I'm glad that's over, and I can't wait for Saturn to be out of my first. My first house is taking a beating, with Saturn being in Scorpio, and it's just barely into Sag. Man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
I know that pain. Which planet do you guys think is just most awful, Pluto or Saturn? Which transits do you guys think is the heaviest? I think because I was born with Pluto on my ascendant, I can kind of handle it. Saturn's a real bitch.
See, I don't know, because my sun is in opposition to Pluto, and Saturn is my ruler because I'm a Capricorn rising. So I feel like they're both fun, but I would say that
He said fun.
I think that Saturn, really does. It depends on. I think that it depends on your attitude with Saturn compared to Pluto. Pluto don't give a fuck. It's just like boom. You had a job, now you're poor and you're on the streets and you don't know what happened.
You and your feelings.
Saturn is like, it'll give you a chance to be like, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And you're like, no, I'm not ready. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not moving. And then everything falls underneath your feet.
It's like, no, he wasn't ready.
But honestly, for me, I think Neptune is actually the worst transits and stuff for me.
Your Venus and Pisces is always crying in the corners.
You know what? Yeah, I have to agree with the Neptune thing because it can just kind of throw you off. Like with me being a Taurus, I have a stellium in Taurus, and I like to just keep things going, keep things moving like steadily, and have things be planned out, and just work through things. And then Neptune, although I love a lot of parts about Neptune, it can kind of just mess things up, like just throw you off. And how we were talking about needing more sleep, and I noticed with some Neptune transits, I really am like kind of more like a ditz, like, huh, what? Like you're in traffic, like I drive worse and not paying attention. Man, it's just like, yeah, Neptune will kind of mess some things up. And actually, I've done some research on my own history and transits, and Neptune caused me to jump into relationships a couple times that were not, did not have the best outcome. And to where, at first everything was just like, oh, they're Prince Charming and they're great. And then a few months later, I look at them and I'm like, who the hell are you? Like, where did that guy go that I met?
Why are you here?
Yeah, like, do I know you? Like, what's his face go? Where did Prince Charming go? Like, who is this asshole? So, yeah, Neptune can kind of be brutal at times too. But Pluto and Saturn, ooh man, they're rough. They're really rough.
I also think Chiron's a little bit rougher than both of them too. Like when Chiron transits something, it's like, that's an area. It's just like, we're gonna inflict some pain on you.
Yeah, I know. I like, my heart beats all fast sometimes when I see a Chiron transit in a chart, and I'm like, oh my god, like, how are they going to suffer? How am I going to suffer? Like the sun is going to be conjunct Chiron. I think it's upcoming week or a couple of weeks. And me being a Scorpio, and I'm all like paranoid, like, oh my god, is something bad going to happen? But
I just think,
yeah.
well, I feel sorry for those babies.
Oh, especially with Chiron in the 4th. Oh man, my eyes always draw straight to Chiron in the 4th, and I'm like, ooh, I want to cry for them. Yeah.
My Chiron's in my 5th house.
Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Chiron sucks wherever the fuck he goes, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
He sucks wherever he goes.
But I think that it's interesting because Chiron, I feel like unlike Saturn, if you work hard on it, it's just like it's gonna not only like give you what you want, but it's gonna reward you. I think like it's like Jupiter times like 10. I feel if you do the Saturn lessons right. Chiron is just like you got to keep working on it so you just don't feel that pain anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Hey, where did Kajai go?
Kajai go?
I had to like move and get my charger to charge my phone. Alright. Wait, let me fix my forehead.
What? Okay. Let's talk house astrology for a minute.
Yeah, you did say you wanted to talk about the 11th house, didn't you?
I love house astrology. Well, this is what I was gonna. I wanted to talk about in particular houses. What house do you feel is the most overrated? People go to right into a chart. They go right to this specific house and be like, okay, I need to know what's happening in this house. And which one do you feel are the most underrated house?
The most overrated house. Can I just name like a few?
I was gonna say the 11th house. I think is pretty overrated.
I think the first house is overrated. The 7th house. No offense. The fourth and the 10th house. I mean, I know it makes that cross, but I think those are the houses everyone just always sort of looks at. You know, the
Mm.
first, seventh, fourth, and 10th house. I think they're just really overrated. I don't think much, people don't really pay attention to the ninth house or the second house.
No. I love the ninth house.
It's like I say that's like like how they say Mercury is in its detriment in the ninth house. I'm
Mm.
like that's like the best fucking position for Mercury to be in. And maybe because that's where my Mercury is, but I think it's a great for Mercury to be. That's my opinion. But I think Mercury is an amazing house. I mean, Mercury is an amazing house. Hello. The ninth house is an amazing house.
Oh yeah, I feel like the ninth house, it's always drawing you somewhere. Like and it's kind of interesting because when we think of like the house of God, we obviously go to the 12th house to try to find that unknown realm and sphere. But the ninth house is really like the driver of your curiosity toward even understanding that concept.
Right. What about you, Miss Pisces Moon Goddess? Which house?
Why you got a clown? Why you got a clown? Anyway,
And listen, that's a mouthful. That name, just like archetype unknown, the artist formerly known as Prince. It's a lot to spew out.
it might change one day, but for now, whatever. Anyway, so as far as overrated, I mean, I would have to agree about the 11th house because, at least for me personally, I've found that I've gone through 11th house transits and they've been kind of like unnoticeable. Like nothing really, really significant has happened. Not really, And as far as underrated, yeah, I think the second is not looked at enough when it comes to a lot of things because it has to do with not just money or earned income, but it's also supposed to represent how you value a lot of things, everything in life, like how you value your self-worth, how you value material possessions and all that stuff. But it has a lot to do with values. It can do with like family values too. So I think it's not considered enough with a lot of things. And also, yeah, I think that's about it as far as overrated and underrated.
Do you think that a person, let's say, with Sun in the 11th house, have either of you met any individuals with Sun in the 11th?
Yeah, I know several. They're cool.
And do you feel like they're just overly friendly with everybody, or do you think that they have like a core concentrated group of friends? I'm just interested because I have, as you know, Saturn there, and so it's like I see people that have Sun in the 11th house and they have all these friends. I'm just like, I'm doing all this work and they just get it easy. Like,
I think people with their sun in the 11th house are just really more, because it's ruled by Aquarius. So they're like just really open to like socialize with anyone. They're not coming off from I'm only going to talk to this person or that person. They're just like free flowing with who they are, so they really can connect with anybody. And I was going to ask you guys, what do you think about Vedic astrology? Because in Vedic astrology, my sun is in the 11th house. So, and I was going to say like they're kind of like fake social because I can really get along with anybody. Like I can really talk to anybody, have a conversation with anybody and just have a great time with anybody because I don't know. But yeah. I would
From
say
what I know of, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, take it. I was going to start rambling, so thanks for saving me. And everyone else.
No, the people that I know that have Sun in the 11th house, they are pretty much like Aquarians. They have several different groups of friends, and even if like the groups are different from each other, they still fit into those groups, and they don't really discriminate against anybody. Like, they'll have a group of friends of one nationality, a group over here that belongs to a certain type of organization or religion or whatever, and they just fit in with all of them, and they don't really look at any of them like, Like, I don't want to hang out with them because of this reason. It's just like, hey, free love, like Bob Marley or
We're
something, you know?
all in this together.
Yeah, they remind me of Bob Marley, and I noticed that all my 11th house sun people that I know, they all are huge Bob Marley fans too. So go figure.
What your son's in the second house? Is that correct?
Who,
Who?
hers?
Yeah.
No, hers is in the 7th house.
Oh,
Jammed packed. It's a party in her 7th house.
I thought she said second. I was like, oh, okay.
No, it's in the 7th. Yeah, there's a big party
What's
that's
that
not
life
always
like?
fun.
What's that life like in the 7th house? I would imagine it's. Go ahead. You know.
Well, of course, like any house, any position, any planet, it has its ups and downs, and being that packed, the advantages are, you know, knowing a lot about relationships and being able to see things from both sides. Like if people come to you for relationship issues, say you have two friends that are a couple, both of them come to you, you can relate to each of them and you can kind of stay neutral with things. But the flip side is not everybody likes people that can stay neutral. I've experienced that too. Like if I have two friends that are fighting, I'm not going to just pick one side if I could see both. Like, why should I do that? And then some people are not comfortable with that, and they think that that's disloyal. I'm like, well, it'll be disloyal if I was talking crap about both people. All I do is like, well, I can see your side, and you guys need to talk about that. I'm not going to be the both people behind each other's back. Oh, yeah, girl, he ain't no good. Oh, yeah, she ain't no good. Oh, yeah, that's like the 7th house, like, that's a bad
No,
side of seventh house that can
your
get caught
friends
up
are
in.
looking for someone that has like sun in the third house, where we just love to just sit there and gather all that information and gossip it right back out.
Yeah, I ain't the one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me. No, you haven't.
Right.
Speaking of
That's not
gossip,
me.
speaking of gossip, do you think that a Gemini or a Libra is worse at gossip?
That's tough because they're both equally as bad.
I'll give it to Gemini. I'll give it to Gemini. I'll give it to Gemini. I give it to
Yeah,
Gemini.
I don't know. I feel like the Libras, they want to know both sides of the argument, so they want to hear all the gossip, and then they like need someone to go to and give all that information out so they can rebalance themselves with it. I feel like the Gemini just doesn't care. It's just like, oh yeah, blah, 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 you know.
That's so true. Gemini will have diarrhea of the mouth and not even care to clean it up. It's just
And
like
then,
blah 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 blah.
and you
Gossip.
know, the Gemini's number one thing to go back to is like, I never said that.
Oh yeah. My mind moves so quickly. I don't remember. I
Like,
didn't say
what?
that.
No, I don't remember saying that at all. Really, prove it.
Are you sure that was me?
This is where I think like Aquarius is they get off the hook. You know, the other Earth signs are like right in the trenches of the gossip, and the Aquarius they hear everything, but they just don't care.
Yeah. They just sit there with like a straight face and low eyes, like man.
Straight face and low eyes because they're fucking high all the time.
They all do look high. Have you noticed that all Aquarians and 11th house people, they look high.
It's because they're
Even
high
if
on
they're
life.
That's what I always say. That was my next thing to say, is because maybe they're just high on life. Like things don't really get to them and bother them as badly as, say, like water sign people who are really super emotional. So they're very like calm and cool, and they just kind of look like Garfield the cat, like like monotone with their eyes low, like yeah, whatever. Hey, it's
Okay,
cool, man.
what sign do you guys think is the most turbulent water sign?
Oh, come on now, Scorpio. Hello. Well, what
Really?
do you mean
I
by
was just
turbulent?
thinking about that. I think Cancer's the most moodiest.
I
Like,
think Pisces is the most turbulent water sign.
Speak on it.
I just think that a Pisces,
yeah, I'd agree with Walter.
they can just go to such a deep level. It's like they'll show like 45 emotions in like a 2-minute setting, like, and then like they just keep going down and down that well. Whereas Scorpio, they'll get angry and they'll show I feel like they'll show their emotions stronger than a Pisces, but I think a Pisces will feel emotion on a deeper level than I don't think a Cancer or a Scorpio could even touch personally.
Well, I was thinking Scorpio because I was thinking like overall in life in general, like
Mhm.
we kind of go through more turbulence in life, like crazy, emotionally deep and disturbing like life events and things affect us so deeply to where it's like it's life or death how we react to it. It's either okay, we're gonna get through this, or oh my gosh, like the whole world is just gonna end right now. Like
And they're kind of like, what the fuck? Why me? Why? Why?
yeah, yeah. It's just like there's no way out. It's just death. Everything is just death right now. I mean, I don't really see Pisces get like that. They'll get like maybe really sad, like crying about it, like oh my god. But like Scorpio is like, I'm gonna die, or someone else is like, it's just death right now.
I have a question. Like, like when you first get into astrology and you read the descriptions of all the signs, which one do you guys think the description is like the most bullshit? I think Pisces is the most bullshit description ever. Like, they're the most spiritual of all the signs, so creative. And I'm like, this is bullshit. I know so many. They're a fucking mess. They're a mess.
I honestly, I feel like Libra's like that for me.
Really just bullshit.
Yeah, Libra's like, oh, they're so, great at business, and they're so great at working with
Balance.
people.
And relationships.
Yeah, bullshit, okay? Like, they
fucking
are
wrote
seeking
this.
balance, but that's not a universal sense of the word balance. Like, I've seen some Libras crazy as hell. Like I would never want to be in a relationship with some of these people. So,
Yeah, I agree with the Libra thing because I read all these descriptions that do say that they're balanced, but I think that the whole point with Libra is they're always trying to seek out balance. I don't think they come out the womb just being so balanced about everything. No, they're always trying to constantly seek it because their scales are off. Hello, like look at the picture, that represents Libra. The scales are off. So they're always trying to look for a way to even them out, and they're being crazy and like doing crazy stuff while they're trying to balance everything out. It's just like, well, do I do this or do I do that? Or do I go here or do I go there? Or do this? I don't know. I don't know.
but those are the best people in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Like to make solid business decisions, no, I don't agree with that.
And I think Aquarius too gets. I think they get a shitty rap. If you want my honest opinion, you read astrology book and they're distant, aloof, and confusing, and da 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 da. And I'm just like, not really. Some of the Aquarius I've met, they are pretty competent. Some of them are arrogant as hell, worse than a Leo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So arrogant.
But I don't really see them that aloof and like some weird person, that's so futuristic. Like,
It's like, you're so not original. Stop it. You're so boring.
well, I do agree with you because
I've
the
seen
Pisces
that.
thing too is that Pisces they're kind of given this kind of like I think what the thing is I feel like the Aquarius energy and the Piscean energy is not really that really known. It's like known, but I think there's still much further investigation and deeper insight to come from it than we currently have right now.
Right.
Especially let's also like talking about like the 12th house. People talk about the 12th house in astrology like they know what it is or they don't know what it is, and so every time you talk about the 12th house, you think of prisons. Like what? But
I think of Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I understand like isolation and kind of like a deep
Undoing part.
subconscious, but I don't agree with prisons all the time because I feel like
the 8th house.
Huh?
The 8th house is prison.
Yeah, or even the 4th house, like that's why Cancer's the most sign in jail, or one of the most craziest killers, something like that.
And Cancers imprison themselves at home.
Yeah. I find Taurus description to be, really close to accurate. Definitely Leos. Aries. Virgos.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, definitely.
Capricorn.
It has to be the right Capricorn. It has to be the right Capricorn. Not the Capricorns born during like my generation, because they have Neptune and Uranus like really close to their sun, so it just really throws them off. So yeah,
Really?
none during my generation. What do you guys think about Vedic astrology? Pisces moon goddess. My bad. Trying to be all incognito over there. My bad. What do you think about Vedic astrology?
You revealed my real name. I must
Now I'm gonna
go.
die. So when I go missing, y'all all know who did it.
Vedic astrology. Well, I've only dug into it a little bit, and I've found some things to be what I feel are true and accurate, but some things still kind of throw me off. I kind of do feel like I need to learn a little bit more of the language that it's based on in order to understand a lot of things. Because, I do watch, I told you I do watch KRS, his channel, and he's one of the first people that I subscribe to on YouTube about astrology, and he uses all these Vedic terms, like, and I'm like, oh, wow, like, I wish I knew what that means, but I know what Mercury and Aries means.
Right.
So I'll just kind of listen, and I'll try to pick up on it, but I haven't got to dive too deep into it. And then I've read that Vedic astrology is better for predicting events and things like that, and like really big things happening in life rather than personality. I've read that Western is better for determining someone's personality traits based on their chart than Vedic. And I know that I've looked at my Vedic chart, and I think my ascendant is still Scorpio, and I think it put me into like Aries, like for one of my planets, and I'm like, I am nothing like an Aries. I am slow as shit. I am not Aries anywhere. Like, I'm not.
Planets that stay the same and change?
What's that?
I said, do you know the planets that stay the same and change?
I can't remember. It's been a while, but I think it was like my sun or something was Aries, and I'm like, no way, no way. There's no way I'm an Aries. And I was just like, I'll come back to this later.
What about you, Walter?
Vedic astrology, like I was gonna compliment her on, is that I watch KRS too. He does a phenomenal job of getting, grabbing attention and sharing that knowledge. But when he starts saying like the dashanana and stuff like that, like
It's
really, I'm just kind of like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't get it. And I try to read up on it, and it's still like these really long words I still can't pronunciate. And I know I'm making myself look ignorant, but it's the truth. Like, and you try to figure it out, and like I've done some research on Vedic astrology too. It's kind of like it helps you more with, like, if I was personally ill with some disease or something, I can go and someone could read my chart and try to figure out how to cure me specifically rather than everybody else. It's more kind of like a practical use astrology, form of astrology, as well as the one thing I learned from it that I don't personally agree with is that it's someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but it's more locked in too. So it kind of takes away the absence of free will, and it's more of a, this is your destiny, this is your this is your fate, this is your karma. And so because of that, you're kind of more locked into position of what the events are supposed to happen to you in your life, rather than Western astrology, which tells you more of, this is how your chart is, but you can kind of change and mold it as you choose to live your own destiny in life.
Well said. I agree with both of you.
So what's this that you posted on Facebook the other day, Kajai, about your hamana party?
No, basically those are like transits. Right now I'm under my Venus dasha. Now dashas are like transits. It's like a planet. Venus is ruling 20 years of my life basically. So this one planet is basically controlling one 20 years of my life. Now the Antra dasha is another planet coming, like joining Venus. Both of you are frozen. Hey, Pisces moon goddess, are you still there? She'll watch it. But basically, the Antra dasha is basically a sub period. So you have the dasha, which is the main period, and the sub period, which is the antradasha, and that's ruled by Saturn for me right now. So like Venus and Saturn are,
They're friends in Vedic.
yeah. So both of them are sort of ruling my life now. There's this. It starts with the P. Piri something dasha is it's Venus, Saturn, and then Jupiter is joining the party on the 26th. So, it's like these planets are working together to like cause certain events in my life. Now, how you judge a dasha is you put the main planet in the ascendant. And basically the reason I'm really excited about it because I just moved to Nashville to be a singer. And when you put Venus in my ascendant, I have Jupiter, Sun, and Venus all in Leo. So my Sun goes into my first house, my Jupiter and Venus, and basically when you do that, that's how that dasha, that's how that time period is going to basically play out in your life. Get what I'm saying? So, my North Node goes into my 5th house, and just a lot of great things just sort of, play out. The chart that I look at when I put Venus in the ascendant, that's basically telling you how your year is going to play out, and it all looks great. So, really excited about that. You'll watch it later. I'm telling you, you'll watch it later.
It sounds very like complex and it's something. It sounds interesting, Joanne.
I mean, it's not that. It's just like you just have to like read up on it and study it. But like once you really get,
I'm a little bit more stubborn than that.
hey, don't say.
I have a fixed sun and moon. Like we're stuck on what we know and what we want to learn. And I mean, that's something I would love to learn in the future. But like, I mean, like
everything with time. That's why I say Mercury in the 9th house is like the best placement. And also Mars and Gemini. Well, you have Mars and Gemini. You don't feel like you have a thirst to just like gather knowledge from everywhere.
Well, my son's in the 3rd
like
house too, so I love it. But that just, I guess what happened to me is I tried Vedic astrology. I got a little bit insight into it, and then I was just kind of like, nah, I'm all set for right now.
For me, they mirror each other. They sort of echo each other in some way, shape, or form.
It's like for me, it's like you go to get a dish of food and you're like, I'm all set with this. I don't want to go back to it for a while. So.
How do you guys feel about Vedic astrology as far as like the astrologers over there, where it originated from, using it for arranged marriage and finding the right partner in life?
I work for like these Indians, and they had an arranged marriage, and like I don't know what goes on the inside, but I know that factors in astrology, which honestly I think is really cool. But it seems to work out for them. I guess it's more of a cultural thing. It's not looked upon as like, oh my God, you have an arranged marriage. It's the norm. It's what they do. I think it's pretty cool. And
I would like an arranged marriage.
Huh?
Where's my arranged marriage? That's less stress. I mean, all you have to do is just figure out if that person meshes with you or not. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Like here, it's like you have to go. Like there's too many options. And it's like you drive up to the menu and you're like, someone says, "Welcome to life. What options do you want?" And you're like, "Wait a minute." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm standing by." And then you're like, "I want a number 1 with the Coke." It takes a while.
Make that a Diet Coke and hold the fries, no mustard.
You know what? I also find it very fascinating. I've always been fascinated in that, and I've always wondered if maybe one day it'll be accepted in Western society to where there can be dating sites based on astrology, like based on your chart, and you can kind of have like your partner picked, or you can pick out people based on if your charts match up well or something like that. I think that would be something that's kind of cool, like for the future.
You could
create all the 7th house energy coming out for us. Thank you for.
What'd you say?
I said all that 7th house energies right there coming out.
Hell yeah! Hey.
It's like out. My moon is Aries, so it's like
No,
I think it would be an interesting concept, but I think the only thing I would say is that you would take away from the experience of just meeting somebody. You know, sometimes I feel like people run to charts and discriminate the person that they don't really know the story that they're going to have with them.
Well, I mean, what's the difference between that and a dating site where people list all these attributes about themselves, like I like dogs, I hate kids, I don't like to work out, la la la, blah 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 blah. It's just like putting it in different terms, like where it's mapped out right there in your chart, and you can kind of see it and be like, oh no, I don't like that. Oh, a second house hunt, lazy, I don't want that. You know, it's I don't know. To me,
I'll tell you what aspects I want. I want somebody's Venus, that's conjunct my South Node. So I want to go back to a past love.
You fucking throw up over here, man. Venus and Virgo over here. God, shut up.
Hey, Kanjai, did you know that where your Venus placement is, it's in a detriment?
Actually, no, it's not. We've had this conversation. Venus and Virgo actually fucking rocks. Okay?
Listen, it's exalted in Pisces over here.
It's a bitch in Pisces. Oh, sorry for the foul language. Wait. It's my Mars.
So what's so great about it in Virgo?
What's so great about it in Virgo?
In your opinion?
The great thing about, we actually work on love. We see it as a job. It becomes our duty. You know, we don't love you because we think you're this great person. We love you for the sake of loving you. Like, it's not like a store, but we just accept you for all of your mess that you are. We try to help you. It's not like, oh, you know what, I'm not in love with you anymore because you don't tell me I look pretty in this dress.
Hey, that's a shot at Venus and Pisces.
Yeah, Walter, that dress ain't working for you, honey.
I don't know, you hurt my feelings. I think Venus in Virgo is more willing to work on a relationship than a Venus in Pisces. Like, Venus in Pisces it has that fairy tale ending bullshit in its mind. I'm sorry, I keep cursing and I have to stop.
But Jaya, you're missing the point. Love is not supposed to be something you work at. It's just something that's you're supposed to feel on a deep level, like Neptune energy. You know, if it's service work, then that means
it's
you're only
2015, man. You haven't met these people out here?
Surface level.
Everybody's a mess. Everybody's a mess. They need some kind of acceptance, and they need someone to fix them.
Yes.
Oh no, that's not what love should be.
We should give
Oh, here comes the 7th house girl. Oh God, here we go. Everybody's ganging up on me.
Yeah, love of course does require some work, but it shouldn't be just thought of as like, I am here to serve you as my duty. Like, it's like, come on, man, where's your feelings at? Feelings? What are those? Those are unnecessary.
Exactly.
I have discarded of those completely. I'll vacuum your floor for you, and then make you a cup of tea, and then I'll go on my merry way to read a book. Like, come on, man, that's some boring shit. Like,
marriage actually lasts longer. This is Western and Vedic. You know, people with their Venus and Virgo, like, their marriage actually can last longer because they stay to work on it. They don't just give up after. You know,
honestly, I still think that if anybody has Mars in Virgo, would be terrible in bed. I know I'm gonna get hate comments, but I'm putting it right out there.
I think we have to change the subject.
Yeah, you don't want me to go off on that.
Oh, yes, we. Keep it PG. We have children watching.
Oh my gosh.
So why do you think they'll be
like,
terrible in bed?
Icky, get off me.
Why do you think they'd be terrible in bed?
Are you kidding me?
just elaborate on it. Just for shits and giggles.
I mean, the Virgo, they're gonna be like, oh my God, the sheets are dirty. Like, I can't do this. Like
the fuck is that smell of these sheets?
It's like, and then, and they're gonna be like, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" I gotta go.
It's like, wait, it's just like, wait, you scratch and sniff first, like, you did wash, right?
And you know how
That
selective
kills all
they
the
probably would
fun.
be too? Would be like, "Oh, you have a pimple on your face. I just can't do anything."
Yeah. Like, and then they walk in, they look around your room and go, oh no, this is not gonna work. You don't even clean your fucking room, really?
I'm like, "How do you turn them on?" Is it gonna be like, "Oh, I got brand new white linen sheets on my bed"?
It's like smell their bounty.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I have heard, read, whatever. Normally with the complaint with too much Virgo energy in that area is like, right after anything, it's just like, oh my god, I need to hurry up and get in the shower. Oh, get off me. Oh, germs and icky. Oh my god. Oh, and I must wash like right now. Yeah, so that's like, what about cuddling? Hello, what about
No, I
love?
need to go take a fucking shower to get your juices off of me. As a, Venus and Jupiter and Virgo, it's like, alright. Got a rag around here somewhere. Keep some baby wipes on a dresser or something.
Along with hand sanitizer, right?
Yes.
And then you hand her a towel. Here, go take a shower.
You're like smelling your fingers.
Oh, yes. Next subject.
Well, I think on that subject we should close for today. So we'll definitely come back with another hangout soon to finish our topic.
Sorry, my Mars is in the 8th house, so you know. And it's a Gemini, so I can talk about it all day. But yeah, thank you, Walter, for this. Was great.
It was a pleasure having you both. And
Speaking of pleasures.
Calm your 8th house, buddy.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna go take a shower after this. Here's some soap.
You always have the props ready. I love it. The only prop I have is my Taurus prop of some Ben & Jerry's ice cream. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's a hell of a prop. And some books.
And this Taurus needs to go get some dinner. So, but it was a pleasure having you both on, and you can see more videos on Kunjai's channel.
And on Miss Pisces Moon, did you make your channel yet?
Oh yeah, it's up, just no videos yet.
So you'll be seeing more.
Yeah, I know. Silence.
What's the delay? WTF?
Oh no.
She's a Taurus, so she'll do it when she feels like it.
No, it's just when I feel like it, then my family feels like dragging me away. It's like I have the North
balance.
Yeah, well, check it out. I know one last thing. I have the North Node in the 10th house and the South Node in the 4th. So I always have that constant battle of like family and career, and there's always a push and pull, and like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do some career stuff, and my family's like, no, we're sick, no, we're hungry, like we're tired, we need something from you. So
tough titty, deal with it. I'll be back.
Yeah, so that's what's been going on, but I do have some ideas I'm going to put into action soon. So
we're looking forward to them. It's exciting times for us all. Well, thank you.
All right.
For everyone
well, thanks, guys.
It's always a pleasure. Y'all are awesome.
Likewise.
Likewise.
Take care, everyone. Comment and
subscribe to both of their channel and to my channel if you haven't.
And definitely comment for some topics, and maybe we can include you on the next hangout. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.
Peace.